Hello, my name is Elizabeth and I am in EDSN 640, Section 20, and I'm going to be speaking about an academic intervention called the reading practice. It is a very simple but extremely effective teaching and academic intervention that teachers can enforce into their classrooms to better help students that are struggling with their reading fluency. And it consists of a pairing of an accomplished or helper reader and a student who is struggling with their reading fluency. And it works best in an environment that does not create distractions for the student. So it should be either done in a extra help time where they're alone in the classroom with the teacher and a accomplished reader, or in a session group work where they can just be one-on-one together. And it's also important that the passage or reading that they are collaborating together with is accessible to both students so that the helper reader can be there with the student every step of the way while they are reading through this passage. And for the teacher and for the assistive reader or helper reader, it's important to engage in positive reinforcement and praise to the student so they can stay motivated and encouraged throughout the entire reading and be confident to ask questions and to let the helper reader know when they are struggling. So when this intervention is being enforced, it is important that the student will read aloud while an accomplished or the helper reader will follow along silently. So that's a big thing to acknowledge, is that the helper reader is not there to read with the student. They are just there to listen and to be ready to go in if they need help. The helper reader is there to fix or correct any errors and answer any questions that may arise. And an aspect that is extremely interesting about this intervention is that the main focus is there for collaboration and to encourage the student to reach out if they are in need of help. So one thing that I personally found interesting about this intervention is that if a student is struggling or mispronouncing a word repeatedly, and it is taking a pause of over 5 seconds specifically, the helper reader can then go in and reestablish that word, define it for them, and have the student repeat it until they truly understand it. And I believe that is an extremely advantageous way to teach students who are struggling with reading fluency to gain that ability. Having them read the word multiple times, having them see it in multiple sentences and the meaning of it can really establish the full picture of the word and have them understand it in multiple contexts. In addition, I have yet had the opportunity to be in a classroom or be in charge of a classroom and put a lesson out in place, but I truly believe in group work and partnership. And by enforcing this type of partnership, it can better help the student who is struggling and can also help the helper reader with the leadership roles. Collaboration is an extremely motivating way to enrich the school experience for students and allow them to share ideas and opinions. And I believe that by partnering up two students who have two different spectrums with their reading fluency can really help them come together and understand each other's limitations and struggles and strengths, and can really build upon that relationship and can better enrich the school experience for both students. So that is what reading practice is, and I believe it's an extremely beneficial intervention to enforce into a classroom. Thank you.